Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. Today is the 8th of Muharram. As Ashura draws near, the cries of grief have become more audible. Mingled in these cries is the distant cry of al-atash, thirst. Karbala, brothers and sisters, is not about mere thirst. It is about bodies shriveled and dried up due to excessive dehydration. Today, I would like to talk about dehydration. Dehydration occurs in stages, the mildest of which is called thirst. At 1 to 2% of water loss, a human body is unable to produce adequate saliva. Then, a headache occurs, followed by cloudy vision, dizziness, and severe muscle contractions. Next, the tongue becomes shriveled and the lips become chapped. At around 5 to 6% of water loss, and heart respiration rates begin to increase, and hands and feet become extremely cold and blotchy. That is, if you look at the hands, they will have a bluish appearance. This is because the blood is now so low in the system, it's pushed to the heart and other vital organs. Slowly, other parts of the body start becoming blotchy. The mouth begins to dry a great deal, and the eyes become sunken with no tears. With 10 to 15% of fluid loss, skin shrivels and wrinkles, vision may dim, and hallucinations may begin. In the final stages, there is a rapid breathing through the mouth with sounds like whistling. This is due to the extremely dry nature of the throat. You may recall Eliezer, who was making these sounds before the Imam carried him out in his arms. The pain of Imam Hussein a.s., however, was not limited to dehydration or pierced wounds. He was tortured in every possible manner. Can anyone understand a father's agony when he pulls out a spear from his son's chest or an arrow? Can anyone understand the father's agony when he pulls out a spear from his son's chest or an arrow from another's throat? Or when he leaves his daughter helpless at the mercy of the likes of Shimmer? So as we mourn our Imam, let's mourn openly and clearly. These tears that are shed makes the heart tender, and only in this tender, fertile, eliminated heart can truth find its way. It is this truth that gives rise to courage. Let it be known, dear brothers and sisters, that our Imam would not have gone through all this torture had he submitted to Yazid and adopted silence. It was the voice he raised that threatened Yazid's rule. The enemy took away everything he had: family, friends, home, and children. But they could not silence him, nor his sister. The majlis that was held in Sham was the same voice that could not be silenced, and in the past 1400 years, that voice has not died. It has stood firm for the oppressed against the many Yazids. So today, when you mourn, be amongst those who refuse to be silent. Be aware that the only voice the oppressed have is yours. As the visiting scholar mentioned, our associations in this life will continue in Barzakh. Let's be careful of associating with false leaders who choose silence, lest we become like the people of Medina. Where was the outcry when the Imam Hussein was departing from their city? Could they not have changed the course of history had they taken out to the streets? Beware of fake alims who adorn themselves in imamas and robes. They are the disciples of Shaitan, and nothing comes out of their mouth but deception and blasphemy. These for-sale government-sponsored mullahs have been present in every era. You can recognize them by the non-political stance. Their voice are forever subdued by tyrants. They publicly cry on Hussein alayhi salam, but make peace with their Yazids. The massacre of Muslims does not make them flinch. Their voices are only raised to cover up their blasphemous blunders. Even their apologies are filled with ujb and riyah. Finally, let's ask ourselves a simple question. If the Imam of our time were to come today, whom would you let your eyes turn to in desperation for Imam support? The leader, an army who holds its head high and raises a just voice? Or the silent ones who have failed to even protect their women or children? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the tawfiq to benefit from the majlis of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. My salams and condolences to the Imam of our time. May Allah hasten his reappearance. Thank you.